All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. From the gun, Winston. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again with Winston. Powering his way forward. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, here's Fournette. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. So that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Here we go now.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Jameis to throw it. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A.J. Derby, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Malik McDowell able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Leopard! Gun!
They'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Marty.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Jameis now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Underneath to Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They go again with Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They'll look to throw here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll try to punch it into Davis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Now a first down throw. Webb. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Webb. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tony Jefferson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, Webb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Webb. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Davis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
Hey, let's go!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Steps away. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a give to Davis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And Davis with it left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. They'll look to throw again. A dump off for Davis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A first down carry for Davis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go. They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time. Webb to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make. And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them. Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. You know, some of those guys down there, if not all of them, are probably thinking it's preseason. Do we need overtime here?
Yeah, the people who need it and actually want it are guys on the fringe trying to make the team, want extra plays, get the attention of their coaches. But really, overall, no one involved in the NFL wants to play overtime in preseason.
But here we are, so seize the opportunity, I guess. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.